So I really hated this faucet since the day we bought the camper, in terms of it being very low to actually wash your hands, and then I don't know if you can see it on this video, but the finish is even peeling off of it just from cleaning it. It's really pretty cheap. So I upgraded the faucets in my house and liked the ones that I got from Costco and thought I would just, upgrade them in here. When I went to remove this, I realized that I had a little bit of a problem. That this is a 2-hole setup inside of here, because all they do from the faucet is a left side and a right side for hot and cold, and they drill in those 2 holes. It doesn't have a central hole. So they do give you an adapter plate that can fit inside of here, but then that would require drilling an additional hole and getting it close. And I could cover up those 2 holes, but I really didn't want to drill an additional hole in case I ever sold the camper or decided something. I wanted to do something else. And the faucet that you get from Costco that I really liked, you can do is a single hole mount, and it gives it a much more premium look. Also is just a much better faucet in general. So I thought there would be a real opportunity here in terms of, I don't mind the faucet being very slightly offset, that wouldn't bother me. And then I actually did a little bit of research and found for $10 the soap dispenser that I'll drop in also, so that I can have a faucet and a soap dispenser, because I travel a fair amount from site to site, and always having to remember to put these away gets a bit annoying. So that's what I think I'm going to do, is I'm actually going to turn this into a faucet and a soap dispenser setup. One thing you'll kind of notice is I'm not putting anything too hard against here, is because when you actually remove the original faucet, they don't even caulk seal the back side of this bowl right here. So I have just a little bit of silicone on the back side that's still drying as I touch that up. But this thing is really, you don't even need hand tools to remove it. It's basically held in with 2 screws that you can release by hand, and then 2 of these little adapters. Again, they are just basically finger tight. The other challenge that you might have with this project is that most of your commercial grade faucets are going to come with this 3/8 size on them that they want to connect to. And of course, the plastic lines coming in are the 1/2 inch size right here. So I had to find some adapters for that, and I'll show those in just a second. So for me, the adapter situation is a bit of using what you have around. I actually had 2 different size adapters that would take me down to the proper size to connect to the faucet. One was the 1/2 inch pipe threading, and then one was a 3/8 pipe threading. And actually, anybody that's seen my how to make a quick RV water heater drain tank would recognize my 1/2 inch MPT to 1/2 inch MPT male adapters here. These are pretty nice. I do not remember where they came from. They've been in my garage cabinet for years. I imagine Lowe's or Home Depot has the equivalent. They actually have a nice little rubber gasket inside of there. But I'm still going to apply some Teflon tape just as an ounce of prevention. There's several different ways you could tackle this. It would be a lot cleaner for me to go to Lowe's and just find the adapter from this size right here up to allow me to have a male adapter that can screw into the existing plastic fittings coming through the camper floor. Alternatively, some people might also like to cut the plastic line coming through and put on like a shark bite that it gets it to the correct size adapter also. All of them are good choices. I prefer this method because this is using what I already have. These are free to me essentially, or sunk cost at least. And it can easily be undone. Essentially in 10 minutes I could unscrew these little adapters that I've made and put the original faucet back on. If for whatever reason, if I was selling the camper, or if it started leaking, or just if anything changed, it would be quite easy to undo. So I'm going to spend a couple minutes just getting these all wrapped up, and then I'll drop the faucet in and show how it all goes together. So here it is. Got the faucet fully installed right here. Again, no drilling required at all. I used the 2 holes that were already there. I don't have the water turned on yet, so we'll do a final test afterwards of water when I get to the campsite. This guy right here, real cheap off of Walmart, just like a little $10 one. Don't quite like the color match. I may see if I can find one a little closer and put that in the back bathroom just to check it out. But very easy to install, very easy to get the soap out of. Now my hand actually can fit underneath the faucet when I want to wash my hands versus having to cramp down this far. So I'm pretty pleased with it. From what the plumbing looks like, because it was impossible to film under here and show you all what it looks like while doing it. try and get it up high enough here. There we go. So you can see where the hot lines are coming in. Again, I had to use an adapter to take it from 3/8 to get it into the 1/2 inch plastic line there. A lot of different ways you could have done it. You could have cut those blue and red plastic lines and used a shark bite adapter. I always like to be able to easily uninstall a project if something goes wrong, if it started to leak, if I sold the camper, if I just didn't like it. In terms of the faucet itself, you can actually see that mechanism right there too. There it is right there. All it is a simple bolt, you know, and a little moon-shaped clamp holding it in place. Just takes a couple seconds to do, really nothing to it. And then there is the bottle for the soap. It, you know, very easy to unscrew, goes right through the center. So no holes at all required. And then I will get the water hooked up here and do one final video showing it all working, showing the soap working. But overall, I think it came out pretty nice and much better than what was originally on the RV. So I forgot to make the video of this actually operating when I was on my last camping trip. So now I'm winterizing the camper. So here it is with it fully hooked up. As I pull my winterized solution in there, that's why it's pink. But there it is. And of course, we're running this off of the pump, so not a lot of pressure. But definitely like the new faucet here. It allows me to actually get my hands up underneath and wash my hands. So an easy upgrade, no drilling, kept it pretty simple there. Anyway, give this one a try, leave me some feedback. Thanks.